Hello, hello, hello. Happy Wednesday, happy Wednesday, happy Wednesday. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Technical difficulties will not get the best of us tonight. I am here. Shout outs to my wonderful, wonderful Fastest Finger family for letting me know that there was a glitch in the StreamYard. I would have been on here talking to myself and nobody else would have been able to see it. So glad that we're able to get that taken care of. If you do not know me, I am Porscha. I'm the president of Your Writers Water Club. And we're going to have some fun tonight and get some words in. Hope everybody is doing well. And I hope everybody can see and hear me. I'm just trying to make sure I'm good after I had a little technical difficulty. So if you just see my mouth moving, please let me know so I can adjust something. But I have a feeling that I'm good now. So we are going to, let me just close some windows to make sure that I don't do a weird while I'm trying to set the timer up. And let's get into a 15-minute warm-up, and then we'll come back, talk about how we did, what we did. So I'm excited. I got my water here. I have some Gatorade here. Yes. Thank you. Thank you very much for that. I have red Gatorade, so I'm not bleeding. That's red Gatorade. And I also have ginger ale because people who know me know that I have to have IV treatments for the badness in my body. I have spine stuff, arthritis stuff. So I got poked full of holes yesterday and I have to stay hydrated. Henceforth, the water and the Gatorade and the stuff. So with that said, let's find 15 minutes. We'll get ourselves warmed up and then we'll come back and talk about how we did and what we did. I am probably going to work on a short story I started. Yes, the one that doesn't write fiction started writing a short story. We'll talk more about that when we get back from the 15-minute warm-up. Yes, 'tis true. All the fictionistas that I hang out with have rubbed off on me just a little Scotia bit. So with no further ado, let's see. Let's do a cute puppies 15-minute timer. I hope this doesn't have any weird music, so we'll try it. Hey, Jabria. Hey, everybody. We get ready to jump into this 15-minute, and then we will come back and we have things to discuss. So, 1, 2, 3, right. Hey, 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 we're back. We're back. How'd you do? What you do? Let me know in the comments. Even though the comments are over there, I'm still going to keep doing this like I do every week. So, I'm sure you all did more interesting things than me. I was handwriting something. I sometimes handwrite to get warmed up, and my pen burped all over my fingers, and I had to do cleanup because I like to write with a lot of the really dark red inks. So red is all over everything and on my mouse. So that's what I ended up doing. I got about a third of what I actually wanted to handwritten. And then the inky squirticus happened, and now it's on my mouse, but I did not want to try to clean my mouse while you all were because I didn't want to accidentally click something and do a weird while you all were trying to write. So that's what I did then. Okay. So we have, oh, you have to love the exploding pen trick. You know what? Yeah, and the only reason that I'm not more irritated is because this is actually one of my favorite inks and I got a full bottle of it. So, okay, whatever. I didn't like waste an ink sample. So, and it didn't get all over my clothes, but it was just like, oh, great. So let's see, we got 306, editing and adding to expand a short story. Nice. Let's see. 376 words, just messing around. Nothing wrong with that. That could be fun. Beware the squid pen. Yes. It is this little devil here that is actually now leaking into my journal. Clean up on aisle 1. But that is because these were like the little cheap, some of the cheaper fountain pens when I first got into fountain pens, because I didn't want to spend a lot of money until I knew I liked it, because good fountain pens can be expensive. I said, I don't want to spend a ton of money on a pen if I don't think I'll like it. So that's what happened. Frightened and trying to escape, as are most things in my life. You're going to find a random bit of red, so it'd be real confused. You know what? Because I went and I said, let me clean this up. And then I said, well, since I'm in here, I'm just going to go to the bathroom while I'm in the bathroom because assorted drinks and hydration. Then I was like, oh no, I can't get this red ink on my pants because then I'm going to like hypochondriac myself and think that I'm like bleeding out or having some kind of weirdness. So that's already happened. That's already a thing that's going on. Yes. A moment of silence for all the money I've spent on pens and ink already a year into the hobby. Yeah, it's a thing. So, with that said, I've gotten a little bit of what I wanted to handwrite that had nothing to do with the story or anything else I'm working on. And I will, once I get Pengate cleaned up, I'll finish that. Running away is easy when you've never had anywhere to run to. Not sure where I'm going with this opener, but we're going to go with it. Okay, that sounds like that could go in a bunch of different directions, Debria. That might be kind of juicy. Let's go with it. 12 words. But when you have 12 really exceptional words, I feel like sometimes it's like, yeah, I got 12 words, but it's like 12 words, you know. So, but hey, either way, that's 12 words you did not have when you started sprinting with us. So that's amazing. I'm going to put a pen in this notebook before I ruin it with ink. And so what I'm doing as far as short story, because, well, short story that may or may not end up being in the epic poem style, because some friends of mine were like, do this thing. And I was like, I think this is going to be a short story, prosy thing, which isn't usually what I do. And then people have been asking me, they're like, well, just bring the epic poem back. They're like, it can be a poem, but a story and genre and all the things. So I'm just drafting out the story. And I am flirting with the Ray Bradbury short story challenge because I know a lot of people doing that. So it's what, a short story a week for a year. I will alter that because if I decide to do this, I'm just getting started, and we'll call it March because we only have a few days in the month left. So, well, either way, I am getting up the nerve to write things that are not quite necessarily poetry, not quite necessarily creative nonfiction. So I'm kind of just at this point getting back to just writing story and figuring out what genre it is later after I get it down. So this is a really eerie, at this point, leaning towards horror. We'll see what comes out. So I'm kind of excited about that. And it is convenient because I have things that I'm putting off that I get to put off because I'm expanding my horizons and writing this short story. So get myself some well-placed procrastination. Haven't gotten the courage to get into fountain pens yet. I don't trust my clumsy behind with them. Look, you can't possibly be any clumsier than me, or you would not still be alive. You'll be fine. Like, I frequently trip over nothing, so do it. Do it. Get a fountain pen. Start with like some beginner stuff. Don't get anything too expensive. I actually like, and this is really controversial, I have some really cool Chinese knockoff pens. These are knockoffs of the Lamy Diamond 580 because that pen is actually kind of expensive. But this is designed like the Lamy pen, but it has the, like the Twisby pen, the Twisby 580, but it has a Lamy nib, like the Lamy Safari. Very cool. These are actually excellent writers, and you can get them on Amazon. And I think I got a 4-pack of these for like $16. So they write really well. Just while you experiment and see if you like fountain pens or not, and then feel free to roam about the aircraft and spend too much money like the rest of us. So with that said, I am going to find us. Let's do, yeah, it's about 9:30. So let's get a good 30 minutes in. You know what? Let's do a 25. Oh my goodness. Yes. So, and it's so funny because you will understand this as the person who went, still like one of the best events I've ever gone to. Jason Reynolds, the one that wrote Long Way Down when we went into the thing. I absolutely adore his work. I've read that. I've read a bunch of his other stuff, and he specializes in novels in verse. So that's something else that I've been thinking about, was like, well, I can take these fiction concepts and do it in verse. So I have a bunch of stuff playing in the background that I want to try to work on. So yes, I can't promise that it will be an immediate novel in verse because I gotta work up to that. But we're doing the fictions. We're trying the fictions to see if I like them. Somebody was like, just try it. Then if you don't like it, then you can, I think I've kind of, because trying to do so much, forced myself to write a novel at NaNoWriMo, and then I hate it, and then I never look at it again. I think I've kind of talked myself out of liking fiction, if that's possible, because I never write fiction during the year, and then in November, it's like, write 50,000 words of it. And I think I just kind of burnt out one. So now it's like, short story, fun, few thousand words. See what happens. If you like it, you can expand it. If you don't like it, you can do something else. Very freeing. I'm enjoying this. It's a tasty tidbit. So let's do a 25-minute. Yeah, because it's about 9:31 now. Let's do a 25-minute, and then I have some time to see how you did and what you did before my pumpkins have to go to bed. And then we'll see how we feel if the rest of us want to continue on and do a couple more sprints. So let me find a 25. And we're going to go to Old Faithful. We're going to do the purple one because purple's my favorite color. And yeah, those things. So So here we go. And we're back. Tell me how you did, what you did. And I will try not to like startle myself with my migrating balloons that were over there. You know how when the air comes out of balloons and they start to migrate and it scrapes my ceiling sometimes and it sounds like there's a ghost in here. But in any case, that's beside the point. Tell me how you did, what you did in the comments. I know they're over there, but I always do the underneath the bar. So let me know what you worked on. I was researching a couple of things, and I was reading back over the short story that I started writing this morning. Yes, yesterday morning, because Porscha tries fiction, which should be a vlog in and of itself. Porscha tries to write fiction. Like, I'm a writer, so I could write fiction. I'm just trying to see if I like it. We'll see how it ends up. Fell down the rabbit hole of books I want to read. Yeah, I fell down the rabbit hole too because I have been really into writing in Markdown. So I've been writing in an app called Typora, which I really, really like. And that's in my office in here on my work computer, which even though my work computer is a laptop, I don't always take it with me other places in the house because I have my monitor and my webcam and all this stuff hooked up to it. So it's like a pain in the butt to unplug everything out of the computer and take it. But my other machine is a Chromebook that's dying. But I hope that it continues to hang on. But can't, because it's Chromebook, can't download that. So I was using something called, my God, what was it called? Draft In. So it's just a Markdown, web-based Markdown editor. I don't know why I'm liking it so much, because I used to write everything in Google Docs, and now I'm like, just give me a Markdown plain document and just let me do the distraction-free thing. So 56 words, mostly just editing and kvetching. We can all use a good kvetch. That's what I was trying to do with the fountain pen and then explodey fingers, which I will then kvetch more about the explodey ink fingers. 295 words. Still don't know where I'm going with this, but it sure ain't my usual romance. It's the season of doing new things. And I don't know if I told you all last week that I'm doing this thing, mostly on Instagram, but it's No Doubt Lent. I'm giving up self-doubt for Lent. That's my whole thing. So I periodically make these posts about things that I usually would doubt myself or be scared to do, and how I'm just jumping in with both feet because why the hell not? So I feel like if the whole world is in a Pandarosa anyway, and there are bigger problems going on, it's like, okay, if I write fiction and it sucks, people don't even have time to worry about it. So I'm just going to not doubt myself and just do all the things. So that's where we are now. What I'm going to do is, because it is 10 o'clock and I want to keep writing with you guys because I'm having so much fun, but hard to write at the moment. Wrote a song hard to write at the moment. Yes, I feel you. And me and you got to get together because I did not know you wrote songs. Excuse me. Pardon me. My apologies. I think I'm going to wrap this up for now just because I'm still kind of tired because of yesterday and, you know, had my holes poked in me. You can kind of see where the IV was in my hand. So I'm a little tired and a little achy. So I think I'm going to stop here. But I wanted to thank everybody for coming and hanging out with me. You could be anywhere in the world, but you choose to hang out here at the Writers Water Club. And I truly appreciate that. I love you all. Have a great night. See you next week. Same time, same place. Bye-bye.